Hey everybody, my name is Matt. I'm the developer for Dungeon Mapper, and I'm going to give you a quick run through of the program. Really quick, I have Use Mud Stone Tile Set and Mossy Stone Tile Set selected, so those are the two graphical tile sets that I'm going to be using. I'm going to change the dungeon name to Their Doom, and the campaign name will be They're All Going to Die. And I'm going to build it. Pretty quickly, we're brought to the table. I did select a 12 by 12 grid, so if each of these squares is a 2-inch block, that would make this a 2 foot by 2 foot table. If you're converting your table from a 2D map like this to a 3D system like Dwarven Forge, this will be helpful for you. But as you can see on the right here, I do have some tiles I can select from, and I'm just gonna start placing them. I don't really have anything in mind here, but this is what we're gonna go with. So I can tap again to rotate. I'm gonna turn on my infinity brush, and I can just tap and swipe to paint. Tap to rotate, and oh, here's a little pop-up. And it's telling me to use the infinity brush. And I'm going to keep doing the same thing over and over again until I get a nice room here. And here's the floor section. And it's telling me that after I use the bucket selection here, they can be stopped by retapping the bucket icon, and that's in case of accidents. But we're going to go to delete, and I can get rid of this as well, and it's going to tell me that I can use the infinity icon here and the trash delete button at the same time, which is nifty, good to use. Here we have a mossy wall, and I have this other wall here. I think we're gonna do something like this. And tiles remember the previous rotations, so that's important too. I'm gonna have to get rid of this one because it wouldn't make sense otherwise. You know what? We're gonna say that this one's a door. No. Here. Get off the trash. There we go. Now I can go ahead and I think I'm going to get off the trash icon and go back on the trash icon, and that looks pretty good, I guess. Delete those two, take my bucket tool again, and watch it fill in. Now, I don't like that because I need walls on the edge. I don't want it just floating to the abyss. So we're going to use a corner because I haven't showed off those, the curved ones. And what do I want to play though? Let's place one of these. No, I can't place there because I want a wall there. I said that. Okay. Okay, so I guess if you'd first look in, you kind of wouldn't know about that. And I'm not sure if this room makes a lot of sense, but I like it, so that's all that matters, I guess. I do have the option here for a text. Okay. And do have to fix that. Secret passageway. Tapping the edges of the screen will move the camera for you, but here I have an info tab where you can save and go to the menu and exit, but if you are converting this to a 3D table, it does tell you what kind of pieces you'll need or how many pieces you used. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and by default it does produce a ping of the current screen without any user interface. It says to zoom and scroll, and it'll take a picture. And the picture itself will be much larger than your screen resolution. It'll super sample so that you can actually use it to print. Now I want to go to menu. It does warn you. I'm going to revisit, and here's the map in all its glory. So now what more can we do with it? I have these guys here that I can place on a small section of the tile. Let's say I have that red icon over there, means that this is where I wanted to have that one thing that the rogue would find, and they'd have to do a skill check there. Or I could remind myself that right here they do have a bunch of treasure, and it's beautiful stuff. Here's an easy check that they can do, and here's a hidden icon or a hidden object. So that pretty much sums up the entire app. There are a bunch of different tile sets that you can use. These bottom 5 are the probably the best looking and most complete sets that you can use, and I'm going to scroll through them quickly so that you can get a quick idea of what they look like. I do have a abstract set that's pretty much just black and white. There's no texture there. Make it easier for printing. And there we are. Okay. I'm gonna go to menu again. You can have a frames per second icon if you want, but that's more for debugging. The tutorials we can turn off. The generic pieces are the diamonds that were displayed, and you can actually make those detail pieces rotate, snap to a grid half as often, twice as often. Instead of turning 90 degrees, it turns 45, however that is. And we can take screenshots when saving dungeons. You can also turn on using custom tiles, so that if you would like, you can import your own textures to use, and I think that's pretty important, so in case you want to give your users a new experience every time. Alright, and here I have the files again. This is a .dm. We're going to open it as a text, and this is what it's saved as. So if you ever have any problems or you want to manually change something for whatever reason, it's pretty easy to change it. Because if you want to change all the mossy tiles to a different, to mud tiles or whatever, you would actually be able to import this on a computer and do a find and replace or whatever. So there's some uses there, though they're pretty fringe. And here's the ping. Wish I could zoom in for you guys, because I'm using an emulator, and unfortunately, I don't have the ability to pinch. So this is a 7 meg file, and it's only 6400 by 3760. That's a very sizable resolution, and it would probably be higher on your Android devices. So it's made to zoom in and all that stuff.